Have you ever created something and it came out so good you couldn't wait to share it? That's where I'm at today, you guys. I cannot wait to share what I made and how it turned out. So let's just get to it.
When I say I love salvage, I mean I love salvage, especially metal. And I recently picked up this drawer and the other piece I'm working on actually through Whatnot. I got really, really cheap prices on both of these. And since yard sales just aren't a thing just yet here in Minnesota, I really needed to find some pieces to work on. So we are taking Fancy Farm Girl by DIY and giving just the outside of this piece two good coats. I get pretty decent coverage with just one coat, but this is metal and I really want to make sure that my project stays complete. So the two coats is what we are gonna do. And this goes on really well as you can see. This paint sticks to everything. I love it. And while I finish painting, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Sandra, and I'm the owner and creator here at Midwest Charm. I specialize in repurposed, upcycled vintage home decor as well as all of your DIY needs. I carry DIY paint, Sweet Pickins milk paint, Roy Cycled Treasures, Iron Orchid Designs, Connie Lines and Designs, and more. You can find us on all of the social medias and on our website, www.midwestcharm.co. And all of those are very handy and linked below in the description, as well as is all the products that I'm using today. And here I am just going along the edge and I'm wiping off the wet paint, but I do go back in with a baby wipe on both pieces and clean up all of the edges. I just wanted this to have a nice clean look for what I'm going for. And you're going to laugh because it's not going to make sense as to why I want a clean look when you see this all said and done. But just trust me, I can't wait for you guys to see the finished projects. And as always, stay tuned to the very end where I do show you those pieces. So here we are. This is our second coat. And you can see I'm just doing a really quick brush on. It's not even like a complete coat. It was so good. And I'm honestly on this part just making sure I'm not getting any drips or buildup in any of the corners of those little sections. And then I did go along the lip on the front and the back, and I am painting the handle that is on this piece as well. There you can see the handle side, and I'm just painting that top ledge. Inside, I'm going to leave as is on both projects. So this is a clay-based paint, so it is going to need to be sealed. Clay-based paint, this stuff goes on everything. It sticks to glass, it sticks to metal, it goes great on wood. I have used it, if you've followed me for any length of time, on everything. And I just love the coverage. I love the pigment. It's so colored. It's just the color is so dense. I just love using this paint and it's thick too, which I really like. And it really works well when you're blending your colors. Now, at this point, I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with this piece, so you will see me pick up the other piece and start it. And here I am, because this is water activated, I can just go in with a baby wipe and clean up any of the edges that I need to do. It's so easy to clean up. It's beautiful at wet distresses should I want to wet distress as well. So this other piece of metal salvage, it looks to be like maybe the insert of a toolbox. Um, I don't know what it was because again, I picked this up on Whatnot for just like $2, I think. And I'm gonna give this two good coats of paint as well. And I'm gonna start with the bottom. And once that bottom's dry, I'll be able to work on the sides with a lot less um, trying to finagle it because it does have the raised sides. I don't know if that makes sense without seeing it from the side view, which you will hear in a second. But we're going to get this two coats and the same process. And I think it was right about here when I think I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do. So the tall sides on this piece have a rolled lip, and I'm not going to paint the part that is rolled over. I'm just going to paint in the underneath there, and then you can see on the sides there, there is a bit of trim too, and I'm going to leave that as well because the one side has some gorgeous patina and rust on it that I want to show up in the finished project. And you'll see in the next little clip here how I go about painting that. And I'm just avoiding that area. And again, because this is water activated, that first little spot I did get some, I'm able to just go over it with a baby wipe and wipe off any of the boo-boos because it's super easy to clean up. And we are gonna get this finished up. And here we go in with that baby wipe, and you can see me cleaning up my edge here. And this part's a little bit more difficult only because there's rust there. So it's just a matter of getting in there and rubbing it hard enough, and it all came off. And this is when I decided I was going to be doing an inlay on the ends of both of these pieces. So we're going to be taking some floral pieces, and I'm going to suggest to you to use the Ditzy Bloom florals. I love those things. They're so stinking gorgeous. We are going to put down a coat of paint, and you saw in the beginning here, I did pick up my mister bottle and I misted my paint inlay. I missed the paint side of it. That's just how I do it, and it works beautiful for me. And while that is soaking up the paint, I put on that or soaking up my water, I put my coat of paint on. And then we are going to go ahead and add our piece in here. And I'm making sure to get it under the lip there. And then I'm going to start from the center and work my way down and out to make sure everything is nice and smooth. As soon as I have all the wrinkles out, I'm going to mist it again. I'm going to wipe off any extra water, but I'm also kind of, when I'm doing this, just embedding that paint layer on our inlay into my Fancy Farm Girl. And then we are going to repeat this process on the opposite end. And misting my paint inlay, and then putting on our coat of paint. And this side has those two little knobby buttons. The other side did too. I'm just seeing them, I guess, now on this side. I'm going to make sure that when I do press down this inlay, that we are working around the whole part of those little buttons to make sure that the paint inlay gets all of the pigment down. And again, we're going to slide this up underneath that rim. And I almost put it on upside down, y'all. And this is when I realized, oh, there's a trim on the edges of this paper. If you're using these, I highly recommend removing those excess trim. It just makes it work a little bit easier. We're going to slide that up under, smooth that out over those buttons, and then work our way through it. Mist this again. And then after it's misted, we're going to rub all the excess water that's on top of that paper off while embedding all of the design into our Fancy Farm Girl green paint. Now we are going to be doing the same process for that other little drawer. Now with the handle, it's going to be just a wee bit different. So we are going to put our paint down, and I need to cut up the paint inlay, and there might have been an easier way to do this, but this is what worked for me. I didn't want it on the raised part of the handle, so I just cut out the little flower that goes down on the bottom in the center and the side. And here I am looking at it going, oh, I need to cut off more. So that's what I do. I just work this around until I can get it to lay flat. And once it's laying flat, I just snipped it here, you guys. I just plain old cut it off and then put it down and then lined up the other piece right underneath it. And this has the little spot where like the little tag would go for what's in this drawer. And just make sure that you're pushing all of your paint inlay down all around those areas so that the total print stays in your paint. And this side was nice and easy. We're just going to lay this down, put a little snip in there to go around the handle, and it was good. And then the same for misting these. We're just going to mist it and pat it all down and make sure everything is going to be laying flat and get embedded into our paint. And then this process on this other side, I promise, is much, much, much easier. It's pretty flat, so we're just going to lay down our paint and then take a piece of that paint inlay and mist it. I should have done that before I painted it, but it works. And then we're going to lay this down and do the same process. Smooth it all out and then mist it again. And as I'm getting any of that excess water off, I am getting out the air bubbles and any of the wrinkles and really pushing that paint into the inlay. And now for the reveal. You guys, I'm showing you all four sides because this is my favorite part of any paint inlay. This is why we do them, because they're so gorgeous and stunning. And oh my gosh, look at that. Can you believe that this is on metal? Salvaged metal that was going to be tossed. How amazing is that? Now we're going to flip it around and do the other side. And we are going to peel again. And guys, I just waited till this was completely dry. I left it overnight actually, and then went back the next morning to go and finish. And we're just going to peel it back. Look at this, you guys. Look at that. The pattern stayed so well. It looks so good. And that galvanized just makes it pop. I am obsessed with this piece. And here we are with our little drawer. We're just going to mist and let it set for a few seconds and then peel that back. I'm just moving that water to the corners so that it makes it easier to peel off and I'm not pulling up paint. And then the same for the other side. It's so good. You would never know this is metal. And we're just going to peel off each little chunk here at a time. And it's just so satisfying to see the final result of this. It's just beautiful. And our last piece, y'all, look at how pretty this drawer turned out. So we are gonna let this completely dry, and then it does need sealed in. And you can do what is recommended on the back of the package for your paint inlay, which is a 50-50 mix of your sealing top coat and some water. I just go in with a really heavy, or light hand, heavy top coat, whether it's wax or the top coat here. I'm using Big Top, and I just brush it. Just don't overwork it. Just go in, put it on, and move on. And then I'm going to seal up the rest of this as well, the sides, the bottom, and anywhere that I painted. And then this piece is done. And we're going to repeat the same process over on our other piece and just make sure that we're not overworking the parts with the paint inlay, because that's what makes it smear. And here I am just wiping off the extra. And here is our other piece, and I'm just going in with a good amount on my brush, wiping it on there, and then moving on to the sides. And I'm sorry I was off camera there, guys. My camera tipped down. I don't know how that happened. So that's what we are doing on this one. And are you ready for the final results? I can't wait to show you. I am using these for planters. I had hubby go and pick up some. They did not have any petunias in yet. So you're just seeing them with these cute little plants in my terracotta pots, which go so well with that green. And I am so in love with these. They turned out even better than what I had envisioned in my head. And I hope you love them too. And I'll see you in a second.
So what did you think? Do you love them as much as I do? Who knew that some rusty crusty salvage could turn out so good? And I'm actually gonna plant some little petunias in there as soon as I can go get them from the store down the way, but the other plants will do for the time being because they look so sweet and so adorable in there, and the pinks and the yellows. You guys, I love them so much. Thank you as always for watching, and make sure you guys click subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little thumbs up for me, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.